immoral, outrageous, whatever you call it, it stinks. A big, rich company that New Mexicans rely on has let them down in the worst possible way at the worst possible time. Tonight, News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker exposes a cruel betrayal of trust.
I was shocked, stunned. I'd never encountered anything like this.
How could this happen?
It staggers me. I mean, it was the last thing that I would have expected to find.
To Martin Heffler, it was a matter of life and death. He was a state wildland firefighter with New Mexico's Forestry Division. Years ago, Martin bought extra life insurance to provide for his family in case something happened. Tragedy struck in April when Martin died of cancer, leaving behind his wife and 8 children. Martin Heffler was just 50.
It's just hard without him. We all just miss him.
Just weeks after Martin's funeral, the Heffler family received another devastating blow. You see, instead of sending a $33,000 check, the insurance company refused to pay the claim.
In a cold 3-page form letter, the Standard Insurance Company said when Martin applied for his supplemental life policy, he did not fill out this medical form. According to Standard, no form, no life insurance. This despite the fact the company had been pocketing Martin's premiums every 2 weeks for years.
We were paying the premiums. It was automatically deducted from his check. I mean, he thought he was insured.
The insurance company didn't say the form's missing.
No.
The state of New Mexico didn't say, hey, there's a form missing from his HR file.
No.
And it's not just Martin Heffler. Bob Allard was a longtime state employee working at Heron Lake in northern New Mexico. Park Superintendent Anthony Marcus calls Bob Allard a great guy.
He was the kind of person that would show up early, leave late. He took great pride in what he did here at the park. He worked his butt off. He took the job in his late 60s to provide health insurance for him and his family. And worked hard every single day that he came here.
Bob had been paying his life insurance premiums all along, but when he died in 2010, Standard Life refused to pay his widow the $22,000 claim because, they say, the medical form had not been filled out.
Something like this shouldn't happen to such a nice guy. To find out that this happened to him was kind of a surprise. Most importantly, when his wife and family needed it the most, it's quite shocking.
John Bemis is cabinet secretary where Bob Allard and Martin Heffler worked.
It does seem that if you're paying for the insurance, you should get what you pay for. It didn't sit well with any of us. We said, this can't be right.
Did it go through your mind? What the heck is going on?
It certainly didn't reinforce confidence in insurance companies.
State employees who want to buy extra life insurance send their paperwork to the General Services Department. It is then forwarded on to Standard. Premiums are paid through payroll deductions, which also go to Standard. More than 9,000 state employees pay Standard some $4.8 million a year in supplemental life insurance premiums.
As cabinet secretary for the General Services Department, Ed Burkle oversees benefits for state employees.
When I found out that the 2 employees were denied coverage, I was shocked. I found it unbelievable that Standard Life had denied their claim when the 2 employees had been paying their premiums all along.
Gene Mosier is state personnel director.
When a family's been expecting that funding, that money, pay for death benefits, whatever, and find out that they're not getting anything. And I think that's obscene. Their response was immoral. It was wrong.
And imaginary life insurance policies are not limited to Bob Allard and Martin Heffler.
News 13 has found some current state employees are also being victimized by paying for non-existent life insurance. New Mexico is now pulling the benefit files for all employees who bought the extra insurance to find out who's covered and who's not. Surely Standard knows if a state employee is covered or not, yes?
I don't believe that to be true. It's my understanding that Standard does not maintain a master list of covered employees. They do not know until the time that someone needs to file for the insurance whether or not the employee is covered.
Basically, after somebody dies.
Unfortunately, after someone dies.
Group life insurance for state employees is handled by the Standard Insurance Company, headquartered in Portland, Oregon. The firm claims to be one of the oldest and most reliable insurance companies in the country. Standard would not discuss the matter over the phone, and when we dropped in on them last week, they wouldn't talk about it in person either.
In fact, the only response we got was a prepared statement in which Standard puts all the blame on New Mexico. We came here to Portland to ask executives how they can pocket millions of dollars in premiums from New Mexicans and then refuse to pay two widows less than $60,000. Their response?
And just to make sure we got the message, Standard dispatched 2 employees on a mission to protect this insurance empire from unwanted scrutiny.
Excuse me, are you threatening me, sir? Here's a security guard with Standard Insurance Company taking pictures on a public street. What are you guys afraid of?
Secretary Burkle admits his department did make mistakes by not adequately training HR staff.
If you had to assess responsibility, the insurance company, state of New Mexico, how would you divide that up?
I'd probably put 80% with the insurance company and 20% with the state.
Standard Life has made its position crystal clear. Last week, the company made its final offer. Not a penny for the widows of Martin Heffler and Bob Howard. Last year, the company's insurance services division pocketed more than $2 billion in revenues.
If Standard continues to deny the claims, the state will make those 2 families whole and pay the total of $55,000 that are due both families collectively. We would hate to make this a legal matter, but we are fully prepared to do so if Standard Life refuses to pay.
Every life insurance agent in the state's going to be cringing when they hear this story.
Bill Carpenter is a personal injury attorney specializing in insurance disputes.
It's not only the widow, but it's the life insurance industry that's punished, because the important thing is that insurance be certain. And people, when they buy it, they need to know that it's certain. And we don't take advantage of technicalities to deny benefits.
Posted on the wall in Standard's 10th floor executive office is an employee pledge. Care about people, consider the impact on people in all decisions. Those words may be small comfort to Woogie Howard and Lena Heffler. In Portland, I'm Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.